How's it going? My name is Christian and something's in the air. And no, I'm not talking about nitrogen or oxygen molecules. I'm not even talking about microbial bacteria. Not this time at least. We're gonna be talking about something far more intriguing. We're gonna be talking about love. Are you guys serious? Why can't Adam talk about this? With Valentine's Day right around the corner, you might be thinking to yourself, I wonder if love can be scientifically explained as well. Or you may not be wondering it, but the answer is yes. It can be explained through our understanding of evolutionary biology, psychology, and neurology. In fact, scientists have heavily researched this and have found that there are actually a number of primary neurochemicals. Neurochemicals that get you all lovey-dovey when your crush starts chit-chatting with you. And then you proceed to start rambling off with some incoherent nonsense. And don't worry, it happens to the best of us, or at least I like to tell myself that.
How do you ask for a date?
Ian, this is Woody.
Those neurological chemicals include testosterone, estrogen, dopamine, serotonin, and adrenaline. You know, when your brain gets that sudden release of neurotransmitting chemicals when your lover is around. The sudden submersion in molecules, liberating our innermost thoughts and our most secret cravings. Well, you'd be awash with dopamine, one of the neurochemicals that actually reduce the need for food and sleep. Which I guess is why I'm always tired and hungry. Like most other chemicals, dopamine is a chemical that actually transmits signals from neuron to neuron. When a signal is released by one neuron, it floats around in the spaces between other neurons, called synapses, that then bumps into receptors on other neurons that creates almost like a chain. A chain of love. And no, I'm not talking about that Clay Walker song. This transmitting of signals along the chain actually creates almost like a dopamine pathway, which allows the signal to go from one region of the brain to the next. Axons, which actually serve as bridges for neurons interconnecting them, actually create this dopamine pathway. This pathway, of course, goes all throughout the brain, straight to Love City.
Hi, Ian. What you doing Saturday night?
Full of all the nerve.
While testosterone tends to get a bad rap in the professional athletics world,
Football.
testosterone and estrogen both play a very important part in sexual motivation. Both being steroidal hormones, they're the creators of desire and libido, which of course is the drive for sexual activity. Both are responsible for developing and regulating their respective reproductive systems, also developing secondary sexual characteristics like the growth of hair, the building of muscle mass, and the list goes on. And this of course leads to a greater sexual attraction from other humans. And you get the idea. How much am I getting paid for this again?
Nothing.
Great.
How do you say goodnight?
Well, so long.
Have you ever had the butterflies in the stomach sensation, which, by the way, is caused by the reduction of blood flow to the organ? Well, if you have, you've experienced one of the effects of adrenaline. Adrenaline is the chemical responsible for increased heart rate, anxiety, or that fight or flight reaction that you get when you see your secret crush. But let's hope your reaction isn't to fight them. That would be awful, and they would probably never talk to you again. Of course, with the increase of adrenaline in the blood, serotonin actually decreases, causing the anxious and nervous reaction that most humans receive. I say most, not all. Ryan Gosling doesn't get nervous. A bunch of other chemicals like oxytocin, pheromones, and vasopressin actually play a very significant part in love as well. Oh, it looks like we're out of time, and frankly, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's making me uncomfortable, probably due to the increase of adrenaline and cortisol in my bloodstream. Oh, and because of my love for science. Adam told me to say that last part. Speaking of love, be sure to show us some love by liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter, and subscribing to us on YouTube. I'm Christian, and that was 300 Seconds of Science. So go out, enjoy life, and stay curious.